Hi there, this is Dr. Eve Ruiz. Thank you so much for coming on to the Eve Spirit Speaks MD YouTube channel to find out more about whether or not you might be engaging with narcissism. Energetically, we are open to all kinds of influences in this world. It's important for us to realize not just the obvious signs we may already be using as radar for a narcissist, but to know the more subtle ways that someone may be covertly manipulating you. I've gone through a number of these characteristics in prior episodes. I am now going to hone in on just a few others that deserve honorable mention. I am talking about, when I say narcissist, not just people who qualify for narcissistic personality disorder, but for anyone who is taking advantage of other people and using a host of narcissistic techniques in order to do that. Now, someone might use just a few tactics, but use them a lot or in depth, intensely. There are others who might be factotums. They might be a jack of all trades and be able to use multiple techniques, just a little here, just a little there, but the overall effect can still be the same as someone else who is going whole hog with one or two traits. I am going to be going over traits that a malignant narcissist would be using or could be using on you. One of them is they could be isolating you. They might limit through chastising you or embarrassing or humiliating you, where you go, with whom you speak, what you read, listen to, watch on TV, or read about online. The goal here is for them to eliminate all competitors for your source of knowledge, attention. They want to eliminate other influencing factors because they want to be your primary influence. When they get you underneath their thumb, they can do all kinds of manipulation and exploitation. Another tactic that I have not discussed yet is overprotection. This is where someone will actually refuse your going somewhere or doing something. As you can imagine, this is pretty extreme. It goes pretty far. I was in a household where overprotection was being used fairly regularly, in that although I lived on a neighborhood where there were other children playing in the streets, as my parents would say, playing outdoors, I was forbidden to be able to go out and play with them. Now, I'm isolating out overprotection here on its own. People can overprotect for different reasons. So, when we talk about overprotection in an abusive situation, the person who is doing the overprotecting is likely exhibiting a whole host of other narcissistic traits, not just overprotection. Otherwise, the person doing it would simply be overprotective. When you find a person who says, I don't drive myself anywhere, my husband is worried about something happening to me, so he takes me on these errands and to the supermarket to shop and to any events that involve the children and their activities. Big red flag. A more subtle way to realize that you are being isolated, or someone you love, is that this isolation has to do with co-workers, family members, friends, best friends. A malignant narcissist wanting to remove influence by outside people will find one reason after another to decrease or almost completely eliminate your contact with these others. And there can be so many manipulative things they can say in order to do it. A common one is to make it adversarial. It's us versus them. They won't understand if you were to talk about our situation with them. They're not helpful in this situation. So let's just take care of this between the two of us. Now, there are times when, of course, the situation is best taken care of by the two people involved. However, it doesn't hurt to get an outside opinion from someone you respect, especially someone who may have more experience in that situation or having had that situation happening to themselves in the past. When you go underneath all the smoke and find that the person you're dealing with appears to have consistency in discriminating against, disallowing you to hear other people's opinions, to entertain ideas that are brought on by other sources, know that you are dealing with an abusive, malignant narcissist. We all can disagree about certain beliefs, certain practices. When you are with someone who makes a big deal about things that are not unethical, but that simply maybe usurp their sense of controlling you, that's when you need to take a stronger look at the situation you're in with that person and evaluate how healthy it is for you. There's another trait. I call this person who does this the false compromiser. There are situations where there is clearly a fair option and an unfair option for the malignant narcissist's partner. When the malignant narcissist claims to be coming into the middle for a fair compromise, but what they're offering you is 50% of something unfair, there's nothing fair about that. This is an unfair compromiser. Someone who knows that they are asking for something that is not right for you, but so that they have a chance of getting you halfway over to their side, they'll call it going halfway. Steer clear. Hold the reins, stand your ground. You are entitled to your own sense of healthy narcissism and knowing that you are worthy of being defended against unfairness. Another trait is that of the slippery sloper. What's that? If you were to ask a narcissist about doing something a certain way, or about doing a favor for you, or at least asking if they might agree with you about a certain point, what they'll come back with is, if I, and you can fill in whatever the unique words are, if I give you this inch, then you could take this mile, and then I am completely done for. I've lost. Remember that a narcissist is all about winning, and being in control is the definition of their success. So if they simply admit that you do have a point with at least part of what you have been trying to convey to them, they feel that they have lost control and they have lost in general. So watch out for that slippery sloper. That is to say, the one who is calling everything a slippery slope as an excuse to not allow you or your beliefs or your ideas to reign on the same level as theirs. Now, I want to mention to those of you for whom any of this resonates, or for whom my other episodes resonate, I am going to be starting a program within the next 2 weeks where this is a high touch program. I take care of you in terms of learning not just what we are covering on the videos about what a narcissist is. This will be focused on you and about your learning how you can shift so that you can better avoid these types of malignant narcissistic situations. This is of help to those who think they might be in a narcissistic relationship. This is very helpful to those who have exited from clearly codependent relationships with narcissists and who are afraid of repeating the pattern in a different way. This is also helpful for those who are in a situation that is narcissistic and have started to figure out what to do about it, but can't seem to get past a certain point and find themselves repeating whatever the negativity is and just want some hope and strategy to get farther in life and beyond that point. If you find yourself in any of these situations, text me at 949-424-4494 and we shall have a clarity session. I shall listen to you and let you know what my input is, and especially how I may be able to serve you. I am not taking everyone who applies to this program. I am taking those who find themselves to be a fantastic fit with the way that I help people and with the aims of the program itself. Don't wait. I like to deal with small groups to be able to give a lot of customized attention. So simply text 949-424-4494 and let me know that you would like to discuss this program. Also, whether or not you're ready for a program and you'd simply like to find out more from me about how I can assist you one-on-one, give me a shout. I am starting to veer away from doing one-on-one coaching more into doing the group setting because I find a strength when we have a group of people where one person says something and gets enough strength to admit certain feelings and experiences around it. I find very commonly that others in the group end up speaking out and saying, oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one going through this. So I find it more helpful often to be in a group situation that isn't too large to get through with a lot of confirmation that others are also in your shoes, that you are not alone, and that you can get out from where you've been if you are entangled with a narcissist. I wish for you a wonderful week until the next time we come together here to talk more about energetically engaging or entangling with a narcissist. Namaste.